Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Eternally Stunning. I hope you all are doing good. In case you're new to my channel, then let me introduce you guys to myself. My name is Disha, and in this channel at Eternally Stunning, we talk about astrology, we talk about spirituality, and we also talk about health and wellness. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about Uranus. Uranus, we all know it's an outer planet and it is the first planet to be discovered by a telescope. It has 27 known moons and it might have more moons, but we do not know about it. In Vedic astrology, even though many people will say that we do not really go with the readings of Uranus, we do not really consider Uranus in the chart. However, I'll talk to you guys about it, how it affects or how it influences rather to the planets it is sitting with in conjunction or it is aspecting. We'll talk about it further down the line. In Vedic astrology, Uranus is known as Herschel and not Rahu because many people have this confusion that it is known as Rahu. But the reality is it is known as Herschel. And it stays in each sign for around 7 years. So it's a long period of time it stays in each sign. And wherever Uranus is placed in the birth chart or in whichever house it is, that house will show you some sudden changes in that area. It is related to the modernization, advancement, computers, electronics. So all these modern things are being considered with Uranus. And in Vedic astrology, we consider Uranus to be a co-ruler of the sign Aquarius along with the Saturn. And in Western astrology, Uranus is the sole ruler of the Aquarius. So when we see why we think that Uranus is ruling the sign of Aquarius is because you see that Aquarius is known for its unconventionalism. Aquarius is known for rebelliousness. Aquarius is known for inventions. Aquarius is known for modernization, with revolution, and so all of these things are also represented by Uranus. And so we think that Uranus and Aquarius are quite related, and hence Uranus is considered to be the ruler of Aquarius. Especially in the Vedic astrology, whenever they are doing the analysis, many people do not consider Uranus or Herschel. But I would say whenever it is sitting with some planet in conjunction, or it might have a direct aspect to the planet through the seventh aspect, then it really influences that planet. For example, if Uranus is sitting with Sun, then it is said that your father might have some issues, or the native's father might be quite unpredictable, sudden ups and downs in the nature of the father. If it is related with moon, if it is in conjunction with the moon, then you would see the native might have some nervous breakdown issues. The native might live in depression for a long time, or it could say some issues related with mother because moon represents mother. And when it is in conjunction with Venus, then it is said that it might give issues in marriage or in relationships. And wherever Uranus and Neptune are sitting together, it shows a lot of mysticism and spirituality. Sudden interest in spirituality, sudden interest in mysticism. That is what Uranus and Neptune's conjunction indicates. So here I just picked the important planets where it really matters when it is aspecting to these planets. And now we'll see what Uranus does in each house. So we'll see how it is affecting in each of the houses when it is present in those houses. Uranus in first house. The natives are quite unconventional, more like I'll make my own rules kind of people. They are very good-hearted and their passion rises fast and then quickly they lose their interest. They take pride in presenting their unique perspective. Natives are usually strong-willed, independent, original, freedom-loving, and a bit eccentric. And the native might be ahead of their time, like might be living 5 years ahead of the present time. Whenever Uranus is present in the second house, it might show the sudden ups and downs in family money or wealth, and possessions. So maybe we can see a person having Uranus in the second house might do good in stocks or share market because it shows sudden ups and downs. And these natives might not like to have a steady business. For example, they might not like to be a shopkeeper that is selling grocery because it's more or less a very routine oriented job because they are looking for making sudden money. And these fluctuations can also be seen in their self confidence levels, since self esteem and self confidence can also be seen through the second house. Whenever Uranus is present in the third house, mind seems to work differently. Native is considered to be quite intelligent unless Uranus is badly aspected. And also, these natives, their way of communication and understanding or perceiving things is quite eccentric or different. People having these placements are quite witty and humorous. And with respect to siblings, and third house also represents siblings, there might be some ups and downs with the relationship. Like sometimes they might feel a close bond or connection, and at other times there might be some clashes with the siblings. And generally, it's found with this placement that native's mind will be quite restless for most of the time. When Uranus comes in the fourth house, these natives might have unusual relationship with their mother. Either they'll be too close or may not be close at all. And it might be possible that native would have changed their house quite frequently. And these natives might know how to nurture. And it's also said that success will come only if you will be working at some foreign place or maybe away from the homeland. And fourth house also deals with land and property, so the native might see a lots of ups and downs in terms of property or land. When Uranus comes in the fifth house, this placement shows naturally a creative person, and this native might have a very unique relationship with his or her children. Either children will be too close, or then suddenly they may get disconnected from the parents, or it could be vice versa. Unexpected gain or like gaining lottery might be a possibility. And also, this native might have a habit of gambling, which could also be a possibility. And native might belong to entertainment industry or maybe some way involved into it. When we are talking with respect to children, it might show some unexpected pregnancy. When the planet of sudden ups and downs comes into the sixth house, health of native might show sudden ups and downs. And there might be some loan related issues. The native might have a loan on him for a long time or may not get any loans from bank. That also could be a possibility. And there could be problem related to sudden appearance of enemies. So you may think that like the native might think that this person is my friend, but actually that he or she would be an enemy or someone who wants to harm that native. And this person might even hate the thought of going to a 9 to 5 job. When Uranus comes into the seventh house, native having Uranus in seventh house may see a lot of ups and downs in marriage and in relationships. However, its aspect really matter if it's being aspected by a Jupiter, or like if Jupiter is in conjunction, then the fluctuations or ups and downs won't be that big. There will be some fluctuations, but it won't be felt that strongly. Now, some say if there is Uranus in seventh house, it might not be good for partner's health, but I think only if there is some malefic aspect to it, then only that could be a possibility. There might be sudden marriage of a native can be seen, like that of Ross and Rachel from Friends. Like they did wedding in Las Vegas out of impulse. And overall, with this placement, the entire theme involves around marriage, learning, and varied experiences in marriage. When Uranus comes into the eighth house, the natives usually appreciate changes, and this placement shows a psychic or an intuitive person with great interest in occult. These natives might be very much interested in knowing about mysticism, afterlife things. They often would face nervous breakdown in their life, and these people can do really great in science and research, especially if it has a Scorpio ascendant or this placement of eighth house is in Scorpio. And natives might have had some near death experience too. That can also be seen from this placement. When Uranus comes into the ninth house, it is considered as a good placement for Uranus. And for these people, presence of God is like total black or white. There is no gray area. And the same thing can be seen with the religious beliefs also. They might be very hardcore into their own religious beliefs, or they might not be at all. Uranus is overall said to be happy here because ninth house is also a house of higher studies. So if it is aspected by a benefic, it may give higher education like PhD or masters. As also ninth house is a house of gain, some ups and downs could be there. When Uranus comes into the 10th house, native might see a lot of ups and downs in their career. So look for career which needs constant change. For these natives, it might be difficult to work under someone. So if their other planetary alignments are good, they should look for their own business. A career related to mechanics, electronics can be very good for this native. Since 10th house also deals with a person's reputation, so watch out for changes in your own reputation. When Uranus comes into the 11th house, original placement of Aquarius, it's co-ruled by Neptune with Saturn. These natives usually aren't too much in following the regular norms or so-called rituals of the society. And 11th house deals with community friends. It might happen that the native may have friends who are in the higher position. And certain bonuses are also possible, or maybe some ups and downs and gaining of bonus could be a possibility. When Uranus comes into the 12th house, native should be very careful with people he is dealing with. Some people might break those natives' trust, and this person might be like a philanthropist. These people will always want to work for the betterment of people for the human welfare, unless some malefic aspect is there. But if there is Moon in this chart in conjunction with Rahu or Ketu and is aspecting Uranus, there might be lot of nervous difficulties and could also show some criminal activity. It is also said that these natives could feel a lack of sleep, and foreign travels can also be seen with this placement. So friends, this was my analysis on Uranus, the outer planet. And if you guys know something more about Uranus, if you guys could relate to this placement in your birth chart, then do comment down below. If you have seen some other things within your placement, then also please mention to it. And if you like my video, then please hit the like button. Please comment down below your views, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, so that whenever I'll post another video, you guys will be the first to know about it. So thank you so much and have a good day.